Okay, what's next? Cloud. I mentioned that more and more data is being stored in clouds. It Google Drive or say it iCloud. So there inside the cloud you can find some information from your mobile phone, but not only from mobile phone. Your searches made inside Google on your computer are also stored by Google. So that's why I have this. Google is watching you. You'll be amazed if you see um, how many data is stored by Google. So even the data which you didn't have the idea of is stored. Say it at Google. Did I have it? Yeah, at the end, the bottom of my slide. Say it. If Google buys some another company which stores your data, like Picasa, I believe was an example, it will store your data even before, so the data which was accumulated by that startup or that company you used before Google acquired it, so that's still stored inside your profile in Google Clouds. But this is good for digital forensic investigation because you may still have some information even without the phone or even without access to the phone. So say it on a computer which is synchronized on a phone, you can find some tokens to log into the cloud, and tools like Belkasoft acquisition tool can acquire some data from the cloud, such as, for example, all the files from Google Drive, or say it, all the contacts from iCloud, and so on. It has a lot of challenges, like sending of email to the owner of the account, like constantly changing protocols, like blocking the digital forensic application from working with the cloud. But still, it's a way to get inside some data stored in the cloud. So what other issues you have? Some data extraction, deleted file recovery, analysis issues. So I will cover some of the issues, like issues of hard drives, SSD forensics, SQLite forensics, memory forensics, and some others. I will see how much time I left, so maybe I'll skip some of those slides. Um, so hard drives. Hard drives is kind of one of things which we have from the golden era of digital forensics. Still work and uh, still work, but with, of course, with some exceptions when there is a BitLocker. But on a hard drive, you can find deleted data inside free space, inside unallocated space, inside Slack space. If there is an NTFS partition on your hard drive, there is something called volume shadow copy snapshot. That's a feature of NTFS, which may store some recent data, some recent state of the of your file system. And I'm told that I can have 10 minutes, so I'll try to fit into 10 minutes, of course. Tools like Belkasoft Evidence Center can easily recover data from all those mentioned places if there is something inside, of course. Okay. SSDs. Well, I mostly covered SSDs, but to sum up, they are very different from regular magnetic hard drives. There is a number of technologies mentioned, like TRIM, garbage collection, over provisioning, wear leveling. So that's about SSD forensics. I don't know if you are working with SSDs, so I will not go into the details. Again, you can go to belkasoft.com/articles to learn about all these freaking words such as DZ, DRED, and so on. So at this time, we can only acquire logical image from SSDs. And in most of the time, we cannot recover deleted data. There are some digital forensic hardware tools, vendors like PC3000, Resolute, which have in their presentation, they say they can recover something from SSDs, but it will require their hardware and possibly some work on dismantled, on opened drive, maybe after chip off. Okay, SQLite. Why you need to know about SQLite? SQLite is a database type, and it's massively used. So whatever you have in your mobile phone, whatever app, it will store data inside SQLite. And why I mentioned just one type of database, not only because it is used in 90+% of new applications. By the way, it's also heavily used in computers as well. Say it, your Firefox, your Skype will store data. Well, Skype not anymore, but it used to have data in SQLite. Even Microsoft stores some data in SQLite. Microsoft 10, Windows 10 timeline is stored in SQLite. And that's why the forensics of SQLite is important. And SQLite is pretty tricky. It reminds me a good old hard drive, because it is possible to recover deleted data out of SQLite. When the data is deleted from SQLite, it does not go away immediately. It's still there, sitting in something called free list. And specialized digital forensic tools like Belkasoft Evidence Center can recover deleted data from the free list. So that's one of the few ways to get deleted data from iPhones and Androids. If you get your hands on SQLite from iPhone and or Android, there are fair chances to find data from free list. For example, you probably know Telegram Messenger, and it has secret chats. Interestingly, those secret chats are stored, and they are stored on the device. And you know that secret chats have a timer when they could have a timer when they are deleted. And even deleted secret chats are stored on the device. So when you have a full file system dump from an iPhone, you could recover deleted secret chats, which looks like a miracle, but it works, especially if you have a proper tool like Belkasoft. So that's why you need to know about SQLite forensics. There are other things like write-ahead log, journal files, and there is something called unallocated space inside SQLite. Don't confuse it with hard drive unallocated, but it's possible to carve it for deleted data. So I will not stop here. I just have 5 minutes or 8 minutes, as organizers tell me. And if you are interested, again, Belkasoft has an article on belkasoft.com/articles. Just look for SQLite forensics. Okay, let me skip this slide. Memory forensics. Okay, I can see that there are some questions. Let me briefly conclude the presentation, and I'll go for questions. So I mentioned memory forensics. It's important to have a tool and to know about it, because it will enable you in some cases to decrypt BitLocker and other encrypted volumes. So please read again. Belkasoft has an article, as with everything in this presentation, an article on memory forensics, and we have a free tool which is very popular because it's very focused on just on memory dumping. So belkasoft.com/RAM, Belkasoft RAM capture. Feel free to use it. It's forever free. So please download and try it. Okay, let me skip that. And our commercial tool Evidence Center can also do a lot or to extract many things from a memory dump created by a memory capture. But other tools can also accept our live RAM capture output because it's just a raw data, not encrypted, not somehow encoded. Let me skip the analysis features, but just mention that internet forensics, system file forensics, forensics of on the top level, such as analyzing the link between devices and cases, pretty important and also supported by Belkasoft tools. So to conclude, digital forensics becomes harder and harder because all these things, encryptions, cloud SSDs, amount of data, growing variety of devices, and so on. We do not give up as hardware and software vendors doing the digital forensic tools. We try to adopt to that. With growing number of types of devices and clouds, we still have fair chances and still help those of you doing digital forensics and incident response with updated versions of our tools. There is a Belkasoft tool which I mentioned multiple times called Belkasoft Evidence Center 2020. You can download the full free trial belkasoft.com/get, and we have an academic version. If you teach in university or college having a digital forensic course or just computer security or incident response course, we have an academic program with huge discounts on up to 95% off. There is a possibility to get a presentation. You just write me in yug@belkasoft.com, and you're more than welcome to add me on LinkedIn. Just search for Yuri Gubanov, and you'll find the very first result. There will be myself. Okay, so let me see what questions you have. Some 18 questions. Okay. Let me go through the questions. The question, someone was using XRY, which is a mobile forensic tool from MSAB company. Big challenge to access the device, the unlock code. So yeah, that's one of the issues, which is a really big issue. We do have some tricks to work around the passcode. Say it for iPhones, based on checkmate acquisition, you can access some data in so-called BFU, before first unlock mode. You will have portion of data, not the entire data, but still you can have something. For Androids, depending on the chipset inside, there is a possibility to get inside the device. Say it based on Odin mode for Samsungs, or say it if there is an MTK, MediaTek chipset inside, you can even get the data from it without switching the device on. So it highly depends on the model of the device, but of course that becomes harder and harder. Some light on ISP and JTAG. Well, I'm not big specialist in hardware-based acquisition. Just there are a number of companies like Resolute, PC3000, Digital Intelligence, which have JTAG tools, which you may be interested to ask them for. So there are some good pieces of hardware which can help you to extract data from phones having JTAG output. Regarding live acquisition portable apps, can be an excellent set of tools. Not sure if it's a question or not, but let me mention that Belkasoft has a portable version of it. So if you do live forensics, Belkasoft can also help you. Okay. Sorry for the you say that presentation is not being shown. Looks like the platform doesn't show it when I switch to the second screen. I have actually two screens. One is constantly shown, but when I just go to the first screen, looks like there is an issue with the platform, but I was showing it all the time. Okay.
We can see a screen now. Just proceed.
Yeah, that's pretty strange. I have no idea why, but anyway, uh, I hope that it was good. I went through all the slides which were not shown. Okay, I
Very
don't
good.
see any more questions. Okay, if there is no questions, thank you again for having me today. I hope that the presentation was informative to you. And of course, please get the trial if you are interested in digital forensics or incident response with Belkasoft. If you saw the vote button in my settings, you can also support Belkasoft with the Forensic Forecast Award, where we are one of finalists. Let me also see if there is survey. Looks like the survey is cleared up, so unfortunately I don't have your answers for the survey. Well, that's it from me for today. Thank you so much one more time. Have a great rest of the conference. Have a great presentations later today. Thank you so much.